This is Eric Mwathe for the week beginning September 30th, 2013. Let's take a look at how markets are trading here with about 2 hours to go before the market open. We're looking at the Dow called down about 100 points, S&P 500 down about 12, Nasdaq down about 20 points. Overnight, we see that Asia was down, with the biggest mover being in Japan, down 2%. Right now we are looking at Europe called down, to the most part called down about, let's call it 1% here, down for the day on the major European markets. A quick look at commodities, and we see that oil is down to 101. Gold is slightly down or unchanged, down about 2.8, and silver is down. So this is how the market is trading as the new week begins. Let's take a look at the weekly charts here. Let's begin with the Nasdaq. Of course, the Nasdaq is still trading above the buy point of 36.89, so still holding very well above that level. We'll see what happens this week, if it can continue holding above that level. If it does, that's good. Don't forget the Nasdaq has been the leader here, holding above the 10-week moving average, looking very strong. We'll see whether it can continue pushing or holding above that 10-week moving average on the weekly. On the daily, we see that there's a closing level here of 37.89 that the market has been unable to close above that level. Ever since we closed above that level, just about there, we've been unable to retake that 37.89.38 level. So that seems to me to be an area where the market could show signs of stalling short term. Of course, the main support is going to come here, the previous daily closing high. And of course, when we broke out, we slashed above that, never came back. So we'll see whether the next target for this market is to come back to this level here of 36.92 to test the previous breakout. Otherwise, the Nasdaq does look fairly stable. As you can see, the 50-day moving average is somewhere around here too. So we have the 50-day moving average and also this support coming from the previous break level where the market could be targeting for now. The Dow Weekly. The Dow failed to hold a breakout level. So that was the first sign of, the market that looks to be tired here. Failed to hold the breakout on the weekly. Traded to the 10-week moving average last week. If it starts breaking the 10-week moving average, then you start seeing a market that could be confirming that it is run out of momentum and is probably due for a pullback of some significant level. So we'll see what happens, but that failed breakout is not good. On the daily, you see that the Dow is now back below the 50-day moving average, also back below 50 on the daily RSI. This is a major market that is, to me, stalling. Of course, we know that the breakout failed there, right there. So this is a market that is showing that it's really got some pressure to the downside, and it would not surprise me if it tries and tests this support level here, which would also be an area around the 200-day moving average. So if it fails to hold the 50, we start wondering whether this is going to be tested, this support level here, or the 200-day moving average. Take a look at transports here on a weekly. Last week we came back below the buy point, so this breakout is failing. Also, the RSI was confirming top line RSI weekly resistance. It seems to me that the next level here of support is going to be around the 10-week moving average for the transports after that failed breakout. On the transports daily, you see these top lines here, draw a straight line. We stalled precisely at that level there. So that became a stall point there. So the market is now coming off that resistance on the top line, moving lower. Also failed to hold this breakout level there. So lots of red flags here. Failed to hold the RSI breakpoint there. So this move that saw the market stall right there on the RSI was a sell signal. the fact that the Dow has already moved below 50 seems to me that other markets are going to start slashing below 50 on the daily RSI very soon. If we take a look at the S&P 500, it failed to hold 1709 right there, failed to hold it last week, so that's a failed breakout. And so we begin the week here with the resistance being confirmed on the weekly RSI. Of course, we don't know how the week is going to end, but the next level of support could come from the 10-week moving average, something to watch. On the daily, for the S&P 500, you see it's very close to 50 right there, trading at 53. So that opens the possibility of joining the Dow and moving back below 50, which would mean that it's going to test at least its 50-day moving average. So we'll see what happens. Remember, the Dow has broken its 50-day moving average. The S&P 500 might be next. Eric Muathe, have a good trading week. Of course, we're going to begin October tomorrow, and that also has its own historical weight. We'll see what the market is going to do. Good luck to all of you. Talk to you guys later. I am